so we might as well.
We're on the internet. Yay!
Hey!
Hi, internet.
Who does anybody want to do a quick recap?
Hey Siri, lights on.
I guess it's got to be me and Dom because
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I guess so. Well,
You guys did kind of spotlight last session. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, we sure did. Yeah, so we Mel and Pick had a couple chats, had a good chat, and he suggested that we go start throwing wrenches at the Empire because they seem to keep throwing wrenches at us. Artanis, fuck, I completely forgot your character's name there for a second. Got some info from his retainer about that's going to keep feeding his theories about what the fuck is going on with Agrippa. And then Ossel and Donal went to Narathos to sell stuff, and ended up taking part in a chariot race, which we won.
Yay!
By destroying just about every other chariot in the race, and brought back a shit ton of gold.
Is there any other way to win, honestly?
I mean, we could just be really fucking fast. Yeah, we brought back 52,000 gold and change for the island.
Woo.
Between your winnings and the deal that you made.
Yes, between our winnings from the race, our winnings from betting a bunch of money on ourselves, and the deal we made.
To sell your cocks.
Yep.
Yeah, the cock's full of pomegranates.
Your cocks and barrels.
I hate you so.
we quickly returned home to speak of our spoils with the group after a lively night of drinking and explaining how badass we are, and seeing one of our current compatriots also being one of the champions of the arena, but apparently not as good as us. I think I want to think that we hold the record for most fucked up chariots per race. I think that's where we kind of left off. Now deciding whether or not we're gonna make a wizard tower.
Her statue's not in there for chariot racing.
Well, good for her.
So we will pick things up the morning after your party and celebration at the Sunset Deck. Cocks and balls. I love it.
I fucking hate this group of people that I'm deciding to spend some life with.
Oh my god. This is great. Great content, guys.
Hey, Vice, how you doing?
Franken beans.
I just love that Chad has no clue what we're just saying, and Bill just went, ha ha ha, cocks and balls.
Welcome to the shenanigans.
You're welcome, Chad.
Some things must remain a mystery.
Indeed. As you wake up in the morning,
Feeling like P. Diddy.
feeling like P. Diddy, brush your teeth with a bottle of Jack.
Knock silverware off your table.
Yep.
Shh. No one's on
What would you like to do?
That's a question.
Yeah. Well,
It is
assemble
like
for the breakfast of champions.
Yeah, it's like August 6th. You
10th.
have 10th. It's
You
like
told
August
us
10th.
that was the day we were getting back.
Sweet. August 10th. The General Ergoroth Thundercaller will be here from Spartus in the beginning, the first week of October.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do? Or would you like to discuss amongst yourself what you'd like to do?
Well, I think we gotta make a choice as to what. I think the consensus was we wanted to go start throwing monkey wrenches at the Empire. The question is, at which place and time do we want to throw the wrench?
Also, what the fuck is
the
a
first
monkey
one.
wrench?
Oh,
It's a special tool from Ultak.
yeah, it's an expression Blurt's been using. It's apparently rubbed off on me.
I mean, I think we should definitely instigate like the Baser Cool area, but that's just me. I kind of just want to see what the fuck it's about. Like I don't. It just seems real dry over there, which means I could burn shit down easier. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm hungover. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you guys.
I can tell you. I mean, to be fair, I can tell you exactly what that's like. It's not exactly dry. It's right by the Gulf. Humid as fuck.
It was very.
Whatever we do, we can't leave any witnesses to a potential act of war.
Mel just gets that look in her eye for a moment and then just shakes her head.
Right. What if we had like disguises with like paperwork?
Okay, what kind of paperwork are you thinking?
I don't know. I'm not a fucking thief. I don't know this shit, but I know you could fake your identity or whatever.
I mean,
not
sure.
magic to do that, but I could definitely look different. I could show off some hair and look
I
kind of
mean,
fucked up.
before we start planning disguises, we got a couple different places we can go to spit in their eyes and, I don't know, do other assorted bodily functions to places you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Where do we want to go? You want Baser Cool. I kind of think we should go handle Kelsis if we can take a shot at him while he's sailing home. Thoughts?
We have to. If we don't catch him on this side of the Sun Sea, that means we're going to have to go through the seaport stop there and back after us dealing with that. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be coming through. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bill, from what I remember, but he's supposed to be coming through like this part of the Sun Sea sometime soon, right?
Yeah, so the Calcarians are in no way, shape, or form as good as sailors as like the dwarves are or the elves are. So it takes them a lot longer to get around. Plus, they were probably plus you remember the ships that they were traveling in was like triremes and other larger ships that are slower than the long ships that the dwarves would have been using to get down around the peninsula. So timing wise, Pick kind of calculated that based on the day that you told them they got kicked out of Gimdarul, they should be making their way through the Ivory Lizard Straits pretty soon.
Right, so we just have to catch him once he's on the east side. So the blockade's like here, so we just got to catch him when he's on the east side of that before he hits Calcaria. Because can he dock on like the west side of...
Yeah, Calcaria is such a large city that it spans across the peninsula and has ports on either side.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
It's the largest population of a single city in Olympia.
Cool.
Or Aegion, as you're aware of. To be exact, last you knew... last like the stuff came across your desk, the official
Let's give us
a
a
population. Yeah, it's an over 1 million population. the only city of its kind that has that big of a population. Like Ralos has like not even 100,000. That's like right around 100,000. But anyway, the blockade, is almost directly southeast of Maglidi Outpost, in the narrower part of the strait. If you'll notice this cute little peninsula thing here, it basically goes across here.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Yeah, so as long as we catch him somewhere between like here and when he gets to Calcaria, then we've got a reasonably large window to do it.
I mean, you're asking for my favorite thing, which is sea battles, which is where I strive the best. But you think this is the right thing to do? Is the question.
I think if we go down to Ultok, we're going to get pulled into a lot more than we're ready to deal with before the general shows up. And that means we're either going to have to rush it or leave off in the middle of it to come back to come back here and deal with the general's inspection and or the incoming clanless and undead. I think if we want to start throwing wrenches at them in the time we have between now and when the general shows up, that's a decent place to start.
Works for me.
We're gonna have to take one of the old clanless ships. We can't take our normal vessel.
Sure, most of our vessels are old clanless ships.
No, we like the Emerald Serpent is our best ship, but is our most ostentatious ship. We need to take one of the old clanless ships that was kind of just abandoned, and I say we go under the guise of being clanless, and also just shudders so hard at that sentence.
Yeah.
I'm
Fly
fine
a
with
fly a
That's the
blood
only
red
way we can
flag.
do it, really.
We are disguising ourselves as clanless. Would it be prudent to have someone here disguised as us? To give us another alibi?
Is that possible?
I don't
mean,
know.
I have a bunch of baby sisters. I 100% could be here.
Yeah, you got like 7 of them.
Yeah.
We could also always just lie. Tell them that we're going on a business trip to Ralos or something.
How's that even work? I don't understand how like politics and communications go.
Just for a reason as to why we're not physically present in Aspida.
Yes, but if we were physically present here, it would lead suspicion away from a random clanless attack that could definitely not have been us, especially if we just won the chariot race. A celebration would be in order.
That is true.
So we have a party, and then we don't attend the party.
I'm sure that the sea battle will make up for not going to the party.
who's the politically inclined? Is it Ost? Is like the politically inclined individual that we have, correct?
As of your
That's our-
retainers,
Yeah.
Yes.
Ost would be one of them. Pick would be one of them. Probably also Fiven. He's a bard. He keeps his ear to the ground.
Hmm.
Knows all the gossip and stuff that comes in and out of the port.
Well, Pick brought this up, so
Yeah, let's
We're
bring Pick
talking
into
to him.
this.
I assume if we were talking about it, he'd already be here.
I mean, he just kind of steps out of the shadows and is like,
Mm.
"So, if you were looking for my opinion, I was gonna say
Mhm.
that. Sorry, I figured this would just save time.
Yeah.
What exactly is your question?
How can we appear to be one place when we're actually another? Politically.
Politically?
Yeah, because we need to cover our ass.
I mean, there's multiple ways to do that.
And he lists them.
I mean, I'm sure as the player characters in this adventure, you guys can come up with something, he says.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know what you mean, Vic.
I have you. All right, no, I know the stress is getting to you, but come on.
You see his nose bleeds off.
I have a kind of an okay plan. It's not great. It's going to take me a few days to set up. But if I could take one of the dwarven ships, the clanless ships, and move it to the outside rim of the Bacon Island, compared to Lizard Island, then we park the Emerald Serpent outside Bacon Island. We're surveying the terrain. We're getting a lay of the land there. That puts us in a hot climate in a dense jungle where they suspect we are. We take up the clanless ship and we go deal with Kelsis. Everyone's aware that we're exploring the other island, and we're not there.
I like it.
That just makes it good for us here, though. Unless Artanis, we could possibly get a letter from the Philosopher's One that says that there might be an artifact over there that we could find, that we're trying to excavate. And he sends word to Ralos that we might be excavating that, so it might be a few days. And to expect something.
So I think I missed part of it. So the letter telling us to go where does what for us?
We're trying to make sure that other cities are aware that we're off Main Island and on the other island, and trying to get him to collude our story with us being there.
Or spreading misinformation for Calcarian spies.
Oh, so the idea of the letter is saying that we went somewhere else entirely, not to where Kelsis is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pick
Yeah,
reminds
that's an
you
idea.
that I mean, that's all good idea as well, but something else you might want to think about. We've already captured one Calcarian spy on Aspida. There's no reason to think that there's not others already on Aspida, tracing your movements and relaying that information back to their superiors.
That's true. So, I mean, we could make a big show of saying, you know, we're going east and then actually leave east and like try to loop back around in case somebody's spying on us.
Certainly wouldn't be a bad idea, says Pick.
And as I can't possibly see the map, I'm just going to say directions and hope that they're correct.
You are accurate.
East is a direction. You are correct.
Mm-hmm.
It would be the opposite direction of where you're going, so if that's what you were going for.
Weast?
That is correct.
Weast.
East and west.
Ah, yes.
Of
course.
So I think we start to do. Farah, would you mind getting Fibbin to spread some rumors around that we're heading to go retrieve another artifact?
He would like nothing better.
So here's the other thing. While we're planning how to get off here unattended, we're probably... Kelsis had some escorts when he was up north, yeah?
Yeah, they came in like a dozen ships.
So we're probably going to need more than one ship.
He had like, not like unit size levels of guys, but he had like a dozen ships worth of like legionaries, legionnaires and centurions and his like personal lieutenants and stuff.
So if we want to go for him, we're going to need to go to bring more than just us.
Not necessarily.
Maybe Bizarcool is the right option to go. Maybe we just dip our toes in and murder a few Imperial agents down there.
When are we going to have another opportunity?
I mean, at Kelsis, I don't know, but 2 of Agrippa's apprentices are supposed to be in Ultok right now.
I mean, Kelsis came right to our front door. I wonder.
Oh, you roboting hard.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there was a big old robot there.
Right.
Artanis. That's better.
Oh, nope.
Oh no, it got worse.
You were saying, Ossel?
I wonder if this blight on the Sun Sea would be interest of the Triton folk. I wonder if we don't go through this problem, we go under it. And by under it, I mean we sink those fucks to the bottom of the ocean. I don't think Centurion can swim well in all that armor.
Doubtful.
I mean, nothing would make me happier, but...
Well, we have to do it now. I just want to see Mel smile.
Yeah, it's like nothing would make me happier. Just put deadpan.
Yeah, deadpan. Just
This is my happy face.
we all enjoy to see that happen.
It's a resting devil face.
Would Tritons be willing to do that? Question mark?
Well,
That's
typically, I don't
that's more a question I'm asking Bill.
Make a history check.
Guidance myself. Fuck.
Oh,
that's a great start, guys.
yeah. Your experience was more with the merfolk than the Tritons. Though you did have some experience with them. Best you can remember, they tended to not concern themselves with anything above the waves.
I mean, we know that's not strictly true because, they intervened when we were getting murdered at the start of the campaign.
That was when we had plot armor.
Well,
That's true.
well, it has less to do with plot armor, and more to do with that was 2 individuals acting on their own, not Tritons or merfolk in general, which is what I'm referring to when I say they tend to ignore whatever's happening above the waves, and pay attention and only concern themselves with what's happening beneath the ocean surface.
The two folk in question were some of the leaders.
Yeah. Well, we could try and get in touch.
Romantic heirs that were of each nation that were out for on a tryst and decided to have some excitement.
I guess the most romantic of killing clanless.
It's, it could be romantic, depending on your
It's
standards.
nice when couples share a hobby.
Yeah. That'll be if Ostel ever actually finds love. It will be during being the shit out of raiders on a sea battle.
Yeah, I mean, we can try and persuade them into it.
But you also rolled a 1, so I'm trying to.
I mean, they rescued us for a noble cause. I feel like the noble cause of enslavement of halfling folk would be a noble cause that they might be down for.
We can always try.
Well, technically, somebody can contact them, looking at Artanis.
Well, we also just have a horn that contacts them.
That's also true.
But it would probably be better to... I think that summons them, and probably better to ask them via sending first.
Exactly.
You remember when you were given that you were instructed to blow that if you were under attack from anything beneath the waves?
Yes.
Right.
Because they view themselves as the protectors of the surface world from the dangers that come from the ocean.
Right.
So would we be asking them to help us attack, or would we be asking them to help us sink the ships?
Oh, I would say that's the second one.
The second.
How many ships do we think they have?
Dozen or so.
Do we think we can sink 12 ships in quick succession?
It's not about sinking. Sinking anything is not fast at all. It's the fact that you're stuck either dealing with the sinking or you're sinking. I don't know why I'm advocating for this. This is a stupid idea. We should go to Baser Cool. I want to see the furries. Let's go.
What's with you and furries this morning?
I think also just wants a vacation to Baser Cool.
Also a Pegasister. That's how it goes.
You relax. Flint. Oh, I love animals. Bipedal animals are cool.
So you know that to get to Baser Cool, you have to travel down down the Azrog River to get to it. It doesn't actually sit on the sea.
That's fine. Our primary mode of transportation is a long ship.
Yes, I'm just saying it limits the kinds of ships you can take.
Well, I mean, we could take a keelboat, right?
You could take a keelboat. You could take a long ship. That's pretty much what you have to choose from.
Oh, thanks for the lurk. Ah, damn it! I turned off my chat bot so I could fix it, and then I forgot to put it back on. Damn it.
And Pick reminds you. The other one I mentioned...
Fixing.
Master of Phantoms, this Hortensia, is in High Hill.
Which is...
Since you're getting all your options out on the table.
Do we have anything more specific than just in High Hill?
Not at the moment. But you have lots of contacts in the High Hill Peninsula.
We do. I don't know. The trip to High Bill is
The
a
trip to
little bit
High
shorter
Bill
than that.
over the years has gotten longer and longer.
Oh.
But the trip to High Hill would be depending on the ship you took and who was driving. That's for you to figure out. And remember, also, now you don't have to worry about hugging the coast.
Oh, we don't?
Nope.
Fucking sweet.
I changed it to, because she was bitching and complaining, so I changed it to about other people being able to go across the open ocean. So I changed it to not just the coast, but the sea as well. So on top of the sea, not beneath it.
So no submarines for us. Got it.
Well, you can. You just don't get your benefits of the favored terrain there.
What if we flew to High Hill?
You also have your griffins.
So that is 23 hexes to High Hill. To like the eastern tip of High Hill.
So divided by 4 if Ossel's driving on the long ship.
A little under 6 days.
So a week there and a week back, essentially.
Also, not all of us are trained with the Griffins. Some of us had to, make a fuck ton of cash while you guys were playing, My Little Pet Shop.
It's fine. You weren't trained in the chariots either. At least we don't think.
I mean, we have like goat chariots, but they're more for like moving food and stuff. It's not like a.
That's not a chariot. That's a carriage or a wagon.
So you're fine.
Not the way I use it.
I think I'm the only one that can do that. So I'm gonna.
What I'm hearing is you're good at improvising. That'll be fine.
I don't know where this blind confidence came from, but I'm digging it.
What are you, scared?
You came back with fucking 50,000 gold.
She wanted to go lower than 15%. Shakes head.
Well, I was worried that Artanis was gonna have his feelings hurt that we were gonna sell his cocks for a lower price.
No. We're selling Artanis' cocks for a very fair price.
They're top shelf cocks.
I hate that you named it this, Artanis.
I'm crying. I hate you guys.
I'm a real serious.
You're still
storyteller in
roboting
Dungeons
so
and
hard.
Dragons.
Yeah.
Political intrigue.
That's you, Bill. Extremely serious storyteller.
Yep.
God.
You are roboting so hard.
I can understand a
It's
thing you're-
impossible.
Yeah, it's just don't even. Yeah.
We love you, though.
We do love you.
Yeah, we just can't understand a word.
Yeah.
I mean,
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
at least how do the Griffins respond to like being broken?
That's weird.
Well, we left the mean one for you like you wanted.
That was Scarface? Yeah. Oh, he's mine. I want to make sure he didn't like try to bite off a hand or anything.
Also, how much time do we got? Maybe there's enough time to teach them.
You've got like a little under, like approximately 2 months before. You got August and September before you got 2/3 of August and
We
all of
basically have
September.
2 months.
Yeah.
You learned it like 8 days, so.
Hmm?
You said you learned Griffin riding like the time we were gone, right? You're proficient with Griffin riding now?
Yeah, like a week.
Yeah, so I could. Do we have a week to train?
How long would
Dartanis
it be if we
and
use
myself?
them?
Also, you don't think you know that Finnin High Hill doesn't like hang out at Good Earth Commune because that's under Imperial control. So um, he's always out in the hills and the plains, moving with his merry band of rebels.
That's why we got Artanis.
But if you're just looking for a place to measure to,
Yeah.
Good Earth is in the middle. So
What?
Good Earth Commune, the central meeting place of the people of High Hill Peninsula.
A cool 20 hexes.
Or at least 50% of Artanis.
So how long would it be for
For Griffins
sailing,
is basically
sailing versus
a hex.
Griffins?
What's sailing to, I believe, this point over here was like just under a week to get there.
5.75 days.
Yeah, so we'll round up and call it 6 days.
Yeah.
To make land over here and then make your way inland. With the Griffins, it's essentially a day per hex. So
we're spending most of that time just traveling.
because you have to land every day and, rest. If just you guys went, just the team, like the 5 of you, and maybe a couple of your retainers, you could also fit enough Griffins on your long ship to take them with you.
Ooh, a symbol of peace between the elves and Aspida.
What?
Oh, because we're gonna have to go through the we're probably gonna have to go through the outpost. The not the outpost, the road, the blockade. So I'm trying to think of a guise that's gonna not have the Empire try to confiscate our griffins.
Oh, we wouldn't necessarily. We could land closer to like here, closer to the O and outpost, and then just travel over land. Because the blockade is like there.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe we should message Finnan first and find out where the fuck they're at.
Yeah, that's fair.
So in order to uncomplicate things, in chat, Artanis, you can just give us a thumbs up on if you're willing to do it, and then you can appoint someone to actually compose the sending, unless your thing's working now, but if you can hear us. Thumbs up. Choose your fighter.
Yeah.
Choose your character.
Test your might.
Oh, thanks.
Donald, you have
Alrighty.
25 words of whatever Artanis is going to say to... I'm assuming you guys talk about it and figure out what the message is going to be beforehand anyway, so...
Yeah.
Hi, it's Artemis. What do you do?
Donuts.
You pooping?
If we have extra words at the end, and if we must. Finnan, where are you? Where is Hortensia? Might come for a visit. That's 12 words.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about
What? Whoever that.
that was Amber. Sorry.
What?
Big mood.
We're going to Idaho?
I think she's watching the final episode of Moon Knight, and I think she was anticipating being very annoyed at it. So I guess that's confirmation for me.
No spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, look, I didn't spoil anything.
He didn't spoil it. I'm just warning. I'm just, But
if
anyway,
she starts shouting spoilers, then I'll have to just mute myself for a bit.
I'm not that concerned about it. But anyway,
thinking about killing Hortensia. Any information is useful. Anything else?
5 words left.
Please and thank you. That's it. Bye.
You don't have to use all of them.
Thank you. Are you pooping?
You already said it.
No.
You get a response back shortly after from Finnin that says, I'm in High Hill Peninsula. Last I heard, Hortensia was down south in the Ivory Lizard Wilds on the southern edge of the peninsula. But they're hard to keep track of. You're welcome, and not at the moment.
Okay. Well, this is why you gave me all that lore about the Ivory Lizard Wilds, Bill, because you thought we'd go there.
I have no idea where your machinations will lead you, clowns, at any given point in any given session. I prepare just because I enjoy doing DM prep as a hobby. I don't know why I bother most of the time.
I resent being called a clown. Clowns normally have, like...
much better makeup?
Well, first of all, that. Second of all, they have a plan.
Do they?
They normally have, like, a routine. They went to college!
But no, my giving you that was just because I thought it was fun and is not related.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, south. Wonderful. In a place that's full of lizards with horrible paralytic venom. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Sounds exciting.
I mean, if what I think is true, and Hortensia really is hunting a codex somewhere in High Hill, then... because they have to be hunting something there. And that's as good a place as any to start.
I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy the planning sessions where you guys work out what you're going to do next. It's fun for me.
Yeah.
To just sit here and be
Watch
like...
us flounder?
You will just be like, what the fuck?
No, to just sit back and watch and be like, oh, that's not going to end well for them.
Ah, yes.
Well, all I'm doing is going, which one, where can we go that's not going to be an act of war? That's all we're doing.
None
This
of
is what
them.
happens
Any
when
of
we
the-
have to
any
take
of- any
care
of
of
these-
shit.
The old. There is none of these things that we're contemplating are not acts of war. All of them are.
Mm-hmm.
What we're trying to do is commit war crimes anonymously.
Anonymous war crimes is basically every
Point
D&D
of-
campaign.
Point of order. War crimes and acts of war are different things.
Potato, potato. Are
Pre-
you
pre-
suggesting
it's a
that it would
pre-war
not-
crime. It's a pre-war crime.
Right? Are you suggesting that this would not evolve into war crimes?
I sure fucking hope it wouldn't.
Hmm.
You need to commit war crimes. I will commit war crimes.
Or at least that it's not a war crime I'm actively involved in.
Anonymous war crimes. Band name called it.
Oh god.
My Rage Against the
That
Machine
was
cover band.
perfectly timed. Oh, that was amazing.
Someone clip that shit, please.
Amber, yeah, please clip that shit.
Oh, I don't have that
Anonymous-
open because it was.
Anonymous War Crimes is my Rage Against the Machine cover band.
Oh god.
Love it.
Like, do you have to go through all this stuff every time you play Civilization, Bill? Is that like you have to think, okay, which not war crime am I going to commit now?
Yeah, one of the other factions would be like, I denounce you for intruding on my land, and then you could be like, fuck you, I got a big dick, we'll invade you now. Or like you're like, oh, I'm
So-
sorry, and I'll back off this hex.
So is Artanis our nuclear Gandhi then? Is that what's gonna happen?
Oh, well, yes.
Maybe someday.
Eventually he'll get so peaceful we'll just cross over.
It just goes full Ultron.
That's when he's
but,
dissected enough stuff.
I mean, it's only an act of war if you get caught. You know, so.
Guys, it doesn't sound like she's very happy with the new episode.
Oh no.
I'm fine with going to kill Hortensia. Because yeah, going to fight Kelsis on equal terms basically means we're going to have to take our entire navy to fight him.
I just want to preface this real quick, because Hortensia was the one that attacked us in session 1, correct? Or the first
No.
time we
No.
played each other, excuse me?
That was
No.
Agrippa.
Oh,
That was
okay,
Agrippa.
great. All right, cool.
Hortensia
Then
was the
never
one
mind.
who fucked with Donald's mind.
Yes.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure because
Hortensia
It's-
was the one who was responsible for all the mischievousness in Ralos. When
I
you
just
had
wanna
the
make
guest
sure-
star and the whole stealing of the map and everything.
In
Because
my
wizards-
humble opinion, clearly the most competent of Agrippa's apprentices.
because somehow wizards seem to disappear. Our wizard can't do that, but they seem to disappear from a location and never be found ever again. So I'm just saying, this seems like a high threshold of like this is maximum effort we need to put in.
You do remember that Hortensia was considered a master of enchantment and illusion.
Yeah.
He's probably Fae, that's how it works.
Didn't look very fey when we saw them. Or when I saw them.
Well, you did get your mind fucked, so.
Yeah, that is true. Alright, well, if you don't want to risk Hortensia, then
No, let's make a fucking decision, please. I my
Alright,
breakfast has gone
look.
cold. My gravy is cold. I'm done.
aren't you eating your breakfast? Eat your breakfast!
All right.
It's like
had to
Artanis just like
drink
prestidigitation and it's warm
first.
again.
Yeah, Hortensia's one hair thing that's sticking out really looks like a tentacle.
Wait. Oh yeah, I need to look at the picture again. Where are you?
Look,
Yeah.
alright, if we don't want to take our entire navy to fight Kelsis, or try and sneak into High Hill to fight the sneakiest of Agrippa's apprentices, then let's go to Baser Cool. We'll dip our toes in there, send word out towards the rebellion that's apparently brewing to maybe offer some covert support, and
will
some
say,
Imperial agents.
I will say that Bazercool is the only thing that we know exactly where it is right
That is also true.
Great.
And we know
I'm
exactly-
gonna buy masks.
What was that?
I'm gonna go buy masks. I'm gonna buy stealth outfits for everyone. We're going full like I don't know, hand of the king. Not like 'cause no ninjas yet, but like.
Oh, the
Cadbury's
Pegasister
outfits
comes
for
out
everybody.
again.
Do not call me out, Flint.
Also really
feel
wants to go to
personally-
Anthrocon.
Flint, I feel personally attacked. Not my character, me personally. This is not.
I don't
politically
know
important.
why. I'm talking about your character. That's not my fault. You're taking it personally.
What is hurt? Cuts deep.
Things we learned today. The more you know.
Hmm.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's.
All right, so what's the
Bazercool.
plan? You guys are
Bazercool.
gonna go to Bazercool just to check it out,
Check it out.
make some contacts, see what you can find out.
Pick said that we had good locations on at least a couple of people in Old Talk who
Mhm.
worked for the Empire or for
Yeah.
Agrippa. So maybe we can see about murdering some of them on the way. And hopefully not burning down the buildings they live in like the last person we assassinated.
I've gone to buy burglar outfits. I'm not here by.
You go see Mr. Markinsworth, Ossel, who is more than excited to craft each of you an individual and unique, brand new like nighttime heist skin for your character. But it will take
if you will.
yeah,
Skins equals wins.
yeah. It will take him, however, a day per outfit to craft them.
That's ridiculous. Dommel and Artanis are the same size.
No, we're not.
Yes, they are.
One
just wanna see
ill-fitting
it.
fursuit. Got it.
Flint,
What?
we already established that Bazercool is the Scalies. They're
One
scale
ill-fitting
suits.
scale suit.
What happened to we don't king
believe-
shame here?
We
Yeah,
don't.
why do we not kick-
Also,
King
by
shaming.
the way, it is the main location for where like orcs and hobgoblins and bugbears and regular goblins and you know minotaurs and centaurs and satyrs on this plane, and lizard folk and a fair amount of dragonborn. Um,
I mean, I was planning on bringing Blurt. If nothing else, he lived here. He lived there before.
yeah, he's from Bazercool.
Yeah.
I lived there for a little while.
I just fought there for a while.
I've never been there in my life, so let's go, I suppose.
Neither have I, says Artanis.
All right.
Smash cut.
Smash cut.
Smash cut to a bleached white
All right.
skeleton.
Smash
Alright.
cut to you're welcome, Artanis. Smash cut to what day do you guys want to leave? And what preparations do you want to make before doing so?
So we're not taking any griffins. Also, we'll get ready the best keelboat that we can out of the dwarven ones.
I mean, we only have 2 keel boats, so
I thought we bought a fuck ton of. No, we bought a fuck ton of long ships.
we bought 2 long ships, 2 triremes, and 2 keel boats.
Yes.
I think.
And you already had 2 keel boats.
2 keelboats. We had 2 keelboats from.
Well,
Huevos.
the list of
Actually, I think it was 2, 2, and 1.
the list of our current list of fleet stuff that I have is that
There you
I
go.
posted in chat. So
You should have. Yeah, you didn't buy any keel boats, I don't think. You bought triremes and longships.
Okay. So we'll take one of the keelboats. We'll lend out one of the triremes to do fishing shit. Or the longships to do fishing shit. And we're going to take one of the keelboats.
Well, none of them are used for fishing.
They're all used for fishing, Bill. They're all used for fishing. Wink.
Wink, yeah.
That's used for reconnaissance like Icaria. Wink.
Yeah. All right, so you're going to take a keelboat, which has a slower speed than longships. Still pretty fast in your hands, obviously, but they are normally 1 hex for every 3 days of travel. But that's cut down to essentially 1 day per hex for Ossel.
Sorry, remind me why we're taking a keelboat and not a longship.
Because the ships that we're known for are longships.
Yeah, but we have a clanless longship.
Fine, we'll take a clanless longship.
I mean, would you rather go move at a quarter of the speed?
Yes, because it makes us look like we're not there. We're known for being fast, longship, dragon head, in and out. We're slow and weird. That means that's not us.
That's some weird reverse psychology bullshit.
I don't know. I'm not a. I don't. I'm a very honest person. I don't do deception.
You're really good at calling it out, though.
Yeah, no, if I'm remembering correctly, now it's bugging me. That ship count is off. You should have 2 triremes, 12 longships, and 4 keelboats.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, we had 2 from Fuebos already.
Yeah. Yep.
4 keelboats it is.
How long would it take to make enough alchemist fire to load up a good-sized boat?
I don't like not knowing what he's thinking like this.
To make enough alchemist fire to load up a good-sized boat. Like, which boat? Longship, trireme, or keelboat? Because it's 3 very different answers. Longship? It would be the fastest. You're still looking at... Let me check my stuff here.
I don't like that the art hand is like the please don't rhyme us like fisherman style, and then the boat is just filled with dynamite.
I think he's thinking of a certain Dragon's Fire episode, or I know what he's thinking of.
Amber says that it was a bad finale ending and Disney should feel bad. And that's why she was yelling.
I think he means Kelsis, but
Oh yeah, we just have 10 drafts.
no worries.
We're not alone.
Would it be your primary
longship?
Artanis, would it be yours and your little crew's primary focus doing nothing else? No other enchanting, including all your apprentices and everybody? Probably with that many people working on it, including you, I'd say it'd take like a week. But you would have a hard time making any more after that without letting the natural supplies of the island sort of regrow and you would probably have to dip into spending some money to like get supplies from other like Ralos and Narafos and like get some shipments in. But well, I mean, any of the Republic cities really could. Domelin, I need money, he says.
How much
You like-
money are we looking at?
I feel like you two are in an abusive relationship.
Damn.
Not a crazy amount.
Sugar daddy, but whatever.
Probably like fuck you, Artanis, for making me do all this math in my head.
Don't do it in your head. Get a piece of paper.
You have a calculator like thing on your computer.
Well, it's mostly guesstimation because I'm working with, I don't have like solid numbers or whatever.
What? You're telling me that you don't have specific formulas that you devised?
I know I'm terrible. Probably like, because it's the amount that makes it. It's so like 2,500 gold pieces.
I mean, plus the cost of a new longship. We don't
That's assuming you want to replace the one that you lose.
Well, we don't have that many ships total.
Artana says Trojan boat plan is an option.
Oh, I saw.
It's an expensive option, but it's
It is
definitely an
expensive.
option.
It's
It is
definitely.
blasphemy. This is blasphemy. Blast for me.
Anyone
I feel like if anybody's gonna be on board, it's gonna be Ossel. It involves setting shit on fire. So.
But it's it's setting ship on fire.
Yeah, that is blasphemy.
I think he's thinking ships plural.
Yes, but one of them would be ours.
Damn it, I have to dehydrate. Shit.
Would you be willing to trade one of your long ships for several Kalkarian triremes?
I mean, that depends. How likely are we to actually get several Kalkarian triremes?
I mean, I can't answer that.
I have no outside frame of reference for how well or how not well this could go.
If it went right, it would be amazing.
Yeah, if all of their
That's a
triremes
big
happen
if.
to gather in a circle around our one ship that has nobody on it because it's full of fucking alchemist fire. Oh, also, longships have nowhere to fucking put things below deck. It would look super suspicious. So just to have all these barrels and barrels of alchemist fire on top of it.
Illusions, Michael.
Blankets.
Illusions, Michael.
Blankets. Amazing.
This is a suicide mission. I'm not in.
Does anybody except Artanis vote in favor of blowing up one of our ships?
All in favor, say aye.
Fuck no.
Aye.
What?
That's one.
Oh, this is fucking difficult. This is really fucking no, this is fucking difficult for me. Like I used to do this shit all the time, but I knew if I got fucking caught, I'd be disavowed and dead. This is different.
I mean,
being in control of
Wait.
shit, I can't be disavowed.
What if instead of a longship that we like tried to crash into the boats, what if we just flew and dropped alchemist fire on them if we found them from the griffins? They wouldn't necessarily be looking at the sky.
I mean, we could certainly
Artanis,
try.
ooh.
I like this agreement more than, I don't know, how much alchemist fire can we carry on us with a griffin?
Nowhere near as much as you could carry on a ship.
I mean, that's yes, but
That also means it's cheaper.
To give you an idea, if the griffin is wearing no barding, then it can carry 2 medium-sized creatures. If it is wearing light armor barding, then it can carry, without losing any speed, then it can carry a medium-sized creature and a small-sized creature. If it is wearing medium armor barding, it can carry 1 medium-sized creature. And if it is wearing heavy armor barding, it can carry 1 medium-sized creature, but it flies at half speed. If that gives you an idea.
I guess. I still don't really have a good picture of how much damage that amount of alchemist fire could do.
Well, 1 flask of alchemist fire covers a 5x5 square.
Right, but it also does like a d6 of damage or something, right?
It's 2d4, I believe.
Oh.
But it's also continuous unless someone puts it out.
African or European?
Oh God. African and European griffins, yep.
What is the carrying capacity of an unladen griffin?
So, to give you an idea...
We're technically between African and European at this point, so who knows? I guess we're technically more European.
Shh.
Trying to pull... so I think each flask weighs like a pound. So if your griffin was completely unarmored, you could carry a medium-sized creature's weight in alchemist fire, essentially.
I mean, medium-sized varies from...
Yeah, so
200 pounds of alchemist fire?
100 to 200 pounds of alchemist fire per person. So that's like 100 to 200 flasks of alchemist fire.
Okay. Does that seem like an amount of alchemist fire that could sink a ship?
Per griffin.
I don't know, you should try and find out. I don't think there's a precedent for this. So you don't really have anything that you can look back on, reach back on.
All right. Well, I'm
I
okay
mean, if
with...
all 5 of you go, that's 500 to 1,000 flasks of alchemist fire.
Yeah. I'm fine with at least trying this.
Bill's only let the strategy work once, guys. Just letting you know.
It's gotta work at least twice if we do it at night.
Well, also, if we are dropping the alchemist fire onto the ships, we can specifically target the ship that Kelsis is on, and we wouldn't necessarily have to target the other ships. We could still get away, versus if it was nautical warfare, it would be a lot harder to target Kelsis specifically.
Stealth bombers.
Stealth bombers.
Can you cast invisibility at high enough a level, Artanis, to get everybody in their griffin?
Yeah, but it's gonna be like Wonder Woman in there. Yeah, it's just gonna be the Griffin. It's gonna be like Wonder Woman in her invisible plane.
That's fine. No one's gonna be looking up.
Alright, let me see if I have some more spells that I can use to enhance our fucking bombing run.
I don't like Artanis as being the shadow government where he's decided.
Yeah, this is because Artanis is still too busy enchanting, so like he's just sending messages down to the meeting because he can't be bothered to come out of his enchanting tower.
God damn.
I like this plan. It has potential.
You're all goblins.
I mean, you're not wrong. All right. Final vote, I guess. Or another vote. Who's on board with trying to stealth bomb Kelsis with alchemist fire from the Griffins?
Aye.
I feel like
Artanis.
Artanis is probably an I.
Ossel?
Artanis, give it another shot. Let's see if we can hear you.
Testing.
Yay!
That testing was clear, but say another sentence that's longer than one word.
Yeah.
I
All right.
Okay, I.
Sky pirate. Got it.
Alright, well... Ossel...
this
Fuck!
No.
I'm
Nope.
Yeah, nope.
There
It
is
sounded
not.
like you said this cat fuck. Which I'm certain you did not say.
Hey, we don't.
Knowing you guys, I'm not certain of that.
He would never talk to his cat that way. Cat is an angel.
Alright, Artanis is an I. Ossel, where stand you on the stealth bombing plan?
The night bomb.
I am against it, but if I am anything, it is reckless. So, if you guys decide to do it, I'll hold my vote, but I will go and burn ships. I fucking hate this plan.
Valkyrian ships.
I'm not happy about it, but we're gonna vote against it, so I'd rather be half on board than not.
Well,
She's just still agitatedly pacing. This feels so fucking off.
how so?
This isn't shit that we should be doing. We got stuck in a high position, and this is not what the people in those positions do. They have other people that know what the fuck they're getting into and can basically disappear if need be, if they get caught, and not come back to us. That's how this all fucking works.
Yeah, but we don't have anybody like that.
Exactly, which is why this seems so fucking off for me. I'm still not fucking used to being responsible for a shit ton of people. And knowing that if I fuck up in what used to be my job, that's not just on me. That's on all of us. That is on everyone on this fucking island.
So don't fuck up.
That's easy to say. Not so easy to do. I know.
I want to feel like this is the moment where we just invested in the Thieves Guild. I would like to put that on the table now.
Yeah. Just looks over to Pick and then back to the group and just...
Pick just says, things are still kind of up in the air with the vine and everything.
Yeah. We don't even know what the fuck's going on with that yet.
Artanis says, but if we don't take risks, we'll get overrun by the Empire eventually.
No, I get that. I'm used to taking risks, just not at the level that we are at. I'm used to me taking risks.
Would you rather leave this task to someone else? Would you trust anyone else to do this in your place? You didn't ask to be a leader, but you are. You just have to deal with it.
Yeah,
are you going to be the leader who leads from the front? Or not?
It's a weird situation that leaders lead from the front, but this sort of thing is not done from the front. Actually, do I know, is anyone from, I can't remember whether I asked this question or not, but is anyone else from her group back in Al-Rawam part of the refugees?
I believe you did ask that, and the answer is no. However, I will remind you that your most trusted and capable companions are your retainers.
Mm-hmm.
And you could certainly send them. And we could do a little mini side quest with you guys as your retainers. And then Artanis could stay back here on the island after having produced all the alchemist fire, because that way he doesn't have to worry about and he can maintain a presence because he's having technical difficulties. He can maintain a presence on the island and make public appearances so people think that you guys are still around.
That is true.
Says Pick.
Yeah.
This has become there's a lot of mini games in this game now, Bill.
That's what happens when people decide to play Civilization, I think.
You have absolutely no concept of the game Civilization.
Absolutely not. No, I don't.
It shows.
Risk Civilization, I don't know.
It shows.
Yeah, okay. I'm fine with sending our retainers.
Unfortunately, Artanis' retainer anyway is away on a solo mission at the moment anyway, so.
I mean, ideally we'd hire some adventurers to do this or something that are even more disposable, but I don't think we have any adventuring bands on the island, do we?
Not that you're aware of.
We could always, I don't know, post a job on a board at a tavern. Is that the traditional way to attract adventurers?
Farah does not like the idea of not doing this herself. So she's gonna start pouting.
I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing. You guys can do it however you want and send whoever you want, whether it's yourselves, your retainers, or whatever. Or not do it or whatever. It's all up to you guys. Any way you go, there's going to be risks and consequences. So the way this game I've set it up is there is no perfect answer. Anything you do is probably going to piss off somebody. That's just the way, multiple factions in a world work.
To be fair, at least with Farah, as far as I know, we don't have an official thing for her yet. She's new.
That's also true.
That is also true.
You kind of just showed up one day.
Mm-hmm.
True. I ain't got nothing to do with shit.
And has a history and reputation of
this.
Yeah, mercenary work for
She also has a history and reputation of mercenary work.
Al Ruam.
Before
And-
Al Ruam.
Before
Al
Al
Ruam, but
All right.
But it's up to you guys.
So then, are we willing to send? Is everybody willing to send their retainers to do this?
look at Picky willing.
You could use a little, you know, I haven't really left the island since I got here, so.
Yeah.
Field trip.
I mean, I don't know how to fly a griffin. But
Oh, that we got to teach people ahead of time anyway.
Oh, we're gonna learn that anyway.
It's gonna take them a while to make the alchemist fire anyway.
Yeah, you got a week.
Talklin, this is basically a sky raid. Would you be in or out?
if you ask it of me, I will happily serve.
Blurt?
I mean, you know me, boss. I'm always down.
Fair enough.
I will second the whole I don't know how to fly a griffin thing,
Again, we got time.
as does Talklin. Be like, yeah, weirdly enough, me either. I don't know how to fly a griffin.
Well,
Train.
we can teach you.
You telling me that none of you decided in the time that we've had griffins to just go figure it out?
It's been like 8 days.
It's been like 8 days, and we have responsibilities.
Blurt
That
has a
sounds like
lot of
that sucks.
responsibilities.
Evan, do you want to go bomb some ships?
Can I write a song about it later?
No, you're not allowed. Yes, of course you can.
Sweet.
Maybe don't write a story about the time you.
We can write the song.
I'll use a lot of heavy metaphor. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, he kind of leans into Farah and says, I mean, you could lead this whole thing if you want.
Oh, I'm going to. I don't care what they say. Well, no, I don't want to piss them off.
I'll go for it if you want to.
All right, cool. That's permission. Let's go.
Like I said, you're at least the one that doesn't have the face attached to anything right now.
True.
He leans in and says, do you think we can stop at like a port town on the way back? You know what I mean? Huh?
Maybe.
I think the only port town between here and there is Calcaria.
I'm not picky.
In the meanwhile,
you should be more picky than
Little
that.
detour, maybe? A little side trip,
while we're talking
Let's
about that,
focus
Mel's.
on not dying first.
While we're talking about that, Mel's gonna walk up to Pick and just like
Never been with a hobgoblin before. I'm just saying.
hold up her hand to request his hand.
He holds it out. I'm not sure in what fashion that you're.
Just like palm up, and then she just takes off the coin from around her wrist and puts it in his hand.
I can't take this, he says. I can't take this.
Hey. You're gonna need the luck in this case. And in this case, your luck is my luck.
I don't really believe in luck, but all right.
Who knows? Maybe you'll see a little bit of it.
I like
I'll
to
use
make
it.
my own luck.
Yeah. Don't we all? But sometimes it's also good to pass it around.
You hear a little playful feminine voice in the whisper in your ear, Mel, that says, "I like him."
Same.
Bill's character liking Bill's character? Weird.
I know, right? I mean, isn't that just what all of this is? Bill's characters feeling a certain way about other Bill's characters.
Yeah.
The retainers head off to prepare what they will need for the retainers, i.e., you, will head off to prepare what you need for the raid, the sky raid. So what would you guys like to do to prepare?
Teach people how to ride griffins first and foremost.
Yeah.
I figured that'd be on the list.
Blurt gets a small griffin.
Blurt gets the runt.
Blurt gets the Shetfield griffin.
Yeah.
Your Shetland griffin.
But you have time. It's still the morning of the 10th. You know that it's going to take a while for Artanis and his crew to make all that alchemist fire. You're going to have to figure out how you're going to transport it, whether it's in like giant saddlebags or what. What supplies you want your retainers that you will be controlling to bring. I
hate this, but I think saddlebags would be the best thing, guys, to keep the griffins as safe as possible without them jiggling around too much, because there's alchemist fire. If it does break, it oxidizes with air and fucking explodes. So saddlebags, I think, is the best option. Do we want to go with I think we're going to get stealth suits for everybody. Everybody gets blacked out clothes as much as we can. I drew 2 X's on the map, which is what I perceived would be the best sitting place for them to wait for Kelsis to come through.
Yeah. Not on the southern island. That place sucks.
Why not?
So much.
What's on there? What's in Sicily besides terrible people?
Terrible lizards.
How terrible?
Where are my notes about this?
don't know. Where are your notes about it?
I'm looking.
How terrible? Like tyrannically bad, terrible lizards?
Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs?
No, not dinosaurs. It's basically a shitty island where like Calcarians go for hunting trips, where they have a bunch of people fucking chase up some lizards into a corner and then stab them lightly with a spear to deal the final blow. There's people on there.
Oh, okay. All right. So I guess we'll go with the top X then.
I mean, there's also people there's people like that live all in and around everywhere. It's just that the map marks like major cities.
Yes, but at least they don't have the fucking lizards on the northern part of it.
That you know of.
Not there. No, they do not have. As far as you know, there are no ivory lizards there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my only benefit.
I'm not planning to explain that because I know Ossel will want one. Out of character.
I don't. We have lizards like
I'm not saying that in character.
Have our own lizards.
Yeah, we have our own lizards. But I thought the middle island would be good in case they decided to make a wide berth towards Old Talk, so that kind of splits the diff, as the kids say. But I'll let you be the battle master if you go. There's giant lizards there. Don't park there.
There are in fact giant lizards there. Probably don't park there.
They're not giant.
Well, they're dangerous paralytic lizards.
They're like the size of a chameleon.
Like, why the fuck do people? Oh, never mind.
How the fuck do people
Regardless.
do anything?
Don't fuck with the lizards. I would like to avoid fucking with the lizards for as long as possible.
All right. Well, then we'll park them at the top X then.
Yeah, like they're like about the size of like a face hugger from like Aliens.
Right. Okay.
It's not a good metric. It's like.
I mean,
It's not a
size
single metric.
wise, like with the long tail and everything, that's about like what they, you know, it just the physiology is similar.
All right.
Like with
so
the long
we'll,
tail and the. Anyway.
Can we paint the griffins? We paint the underside of the griffins and black them out.
I mean, you can certainly try. I mean, they're your griffins. You can do what you want to do. If you want to
I just
paint,
thought it'd be funny to say.
Paint, perhaps not charcoal. Like rubbing charcoal into their feathers and fur.
We're gonna get the griffins little bandanas so they can't be identified too.
go around their beaks.
Going full Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the griffins.
Are the bandanas blue or red?
One's blue, one's red. There's a purple
One's
one.
yellow.
There's a green one. It's not green.
Yeah, we'll wait for our tenants to make Alchemist Fire and then hopefully send them off. Right, guys? Is there anything else? We need barding. Do you wanna bard them up?
If all goes well, I hope they will never be touched.
Yeah, but we have a spellcaster on one of the ships.
What do you think?
I don't know, light armor? Something better than what they have naturally?
Sure.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to bard them with like studded leather armor, it's you can just look up the cost of studded leather armor and multiply that by 4. That will reduce the amount of alchemist fire they can carry down to if the driver is a small size, then they can still do the same amount of alchemist fire, but if they are a medium size, then they could only carry as much as a small sized character without reducing speed. Which a small size character puts you at around like 50-ish pounds.
I mean, Blink's small sized, isn't he?
So yes, he is.
So
His griffin could still carry about 100 pounds.
Artanis, you get a sending from Artanis that says make them stay more than 170 feet above the ships.
Yeah, but
thanks, Artanis.
All right.
Do some trial runs during this week, dropping things off of griffins.
Dropping things off of griffins?
Yeah, like trying to hit, like drawing a target in the dirt at one of the training grounds, and just like dropping rocks.
Better than that, you can do like bags filled with paint and drop them on actual ships.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, paintball. Let's go.
Paintballing the dwarven clanless ships.
We're bird bombing our actual ships.
It's going to be cheaper because you're not making as much, Donald. Donald. So, you're not looking at like thousands of pounds of alchemist fire. You're now looking at like hundreds of pounds of hundreds of flasks of alchemist fire.
So 250 gold.
Depends
Orders
on
of magnitude.
Yeah, well, essentially, but it's like, how much are you making? Because you have you have 5 people going, 4 of which are medium size, 1 of which is small size.
So, what, 100 pounds per medium versus 150 for blurt?
More like if you're doing the barding, more like 50 pounds for the medium riders and 150 for blurt.
So that's 400 pounds total. We can sure hope that's going to be enough to down at least one ship.
That's 400 flasks of alchemist fire.
That's a lot. It's a lot of shit.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what, 400 gold?
Yeah, we'll call it. Well, no, it's more than that. The reason that the 2,500 was lower is because you're using some natural resources and some shipping it in. So for this amount, you wouldn't have to ship any in. So you could just acquire the resources you have on your island and make it from that.
Okay.
So it's just the time commitment.
Okay, cool. And then I don't know what the fuck Donal can do to help out with this, so he's gonna go back to figuring out what infrastructure to spend all our money on.
There you go. All that dollar bills, y'all.
You guys are gonna be there.
Artanis, for your benefit, in the Roll20 chat also said, "This is the worst plan. We are depending on Kelly to roll well. How crazy are we?"
And Donald says, "Look, if Kelly dies, nothing of value is lost," and
Oof.
that's honestly facts.
Oh.
I'm
Wow.
sorry, I had to.
Do you have a cure wounds for that sick burn?
Get some aloe vera.
I mean, she's the easiest person to disavow.
It's true.
That's literally what she said.
Harsh truths are so harsh.
Yeah.
Listen.
All right. So you guys have a week of training on the Griffins for your retainers.
Gonna have a montage.
A montage, as well as a montage of Donald and all of his mad scientists up in his tower, creating just piles and piles and piles.
Not all elves look the same, Bill.
Yeah, sorry. Artanis making just hundreds of pounds of flasks of alchemist fire. As around, because it starts on the 10th, so around the 17th, your mission is ready to go. As you guys are met up at the stables, if you spend the gold for the barding, gets to work on that for you, and we'll say because it's more fun this way, over the course of the week he gets a lot of help. You guys pull some of the dwarves that just arrived off of learning how to farm to help crafting armor for the griffins, so you can get it done in time. The griffins are all armored up. Your retainers are standing there in their stealth outfits, as well as Farah, who has like a black cloak to wrap around her shiny armor. All produced for you guys by Mr. Markinsworth. So there's plenty of little extra flair in there, with the like phantom black on black.
Black on black embroidery. Sequins. Black sequins.
Exactly. If anybody has, probably not Farrah because you're going with Fiven, but if Ossel, Mel, or Donald have any parting words for their...
Yeah, also walks up to Toklin with a handful of like pitch and pine tar and charcoal, and kind of just gives him like a big dwarven protection rune, right where like the clanless mark would be, but she gives him like a big stylized protection rune.
Okay.
Donal will go up to Blurt and hand him his potions and his flask of sacred water. And Blurt, I'm giving you a very important order, and it's not to die.
Certainly an order I hope that I will keep, that I will not fail at.
Me too.
And
so that would be I don't want to do that at all, so I'm going to try real hard.
All right.
Artanis, to answer your question, that would cost 250 gold pieces, and would take 3 days to craft.
What do you need it for, Artanis? You know what? It's not that much money compared to what we're about to spend. Go for it. Here.
And
Just hearing in your head, Donald, I need 250 gold every 5 minutes. Donald, I need this much gold. Donald?
Just a sending spell. Donald, I need...
Stop using the damn sending spells and submit a budget request like everyone else.
and Mel's just gonna be like, I don't. You said you make your own luck. I get that. I don't think you're gonna need too much of it. You're good at what you do. Just in case you need it, though, I realize this might come in handy and gonna hand him the immovable rod. Just to click down on that in case you're falling at some point.
I like that. Thank you. I will happily take this item that you gave me without question. Is that a typo, Dave? The accept?
No, except Farah.
Oh, okay. The as well kind of threw me off.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So that is...
We'll kick those off August 10th. When
August
we're back with
10th?
the money.
Okay. That is going to be
90 days from that. I'll get you the date. Just
90 days.
You know, I figured I'd tell you that we wanted to do that.
90 days to Ranger's Lodge, Druid's Grove, Wizard's Library.
I had something specific I wanted to do for the Druid Grove, but I'll message you about it later because it's completely irrelevant right now.
Sweet. Additionally, Mel, before I forget, you have to roll some dice.
Okay.
For your monastery.
Oh.
Roll a d6.
Okay.
Like a d6.
6. Thank you, maiden.
Like a d6.
6. So your domain effect is violence of any kind in the domain has a 15% chance of summoning a source of earth, who immediately uses back to earth to end the violence.
Oh, fuck.
The monk can reverse the effects. Roll another d6.
4.
4. Your stronghold action or your layer action that you can use on initiative count 20 is you make 8 unarmed strikes against an adjacent enemy.
Oh, damn. Okay. Hot damn.
Fair. That doesn't sound fun, but okay.
Mhm.
So those are the so the way the Stronghold Actions works is just like a layer action for you, except once you do it, you can't do it again until you finish a short or long rest.
Okay.
So, and you just have to be on Aspida, one of the 3 islands of Aspida, to be able to do it.
Got it.
November 8th, you will have your Stronghold, your custom class Stronghold stuff. The Wizard's Library.
Wait,
The
did we all
generals-
just vote for that?
What's that?
Did we all just vote for that and I missed it?
Yeah, it's in
I
the.
put it in the
He sent it
group
to me.
chat. I put it in the group chat.
Oh, and that, I guess.
Are you okay with this?
Sure, whatever.
We're building the one for you, so
Yeah, they're building the Ranger's Lodge, the Wizard's Library, and Druid's Grove.
I mean, I'd rather have a thieves network, but that's just me.
well, we still got a whole shit ton more money to spend on a thieves network as well.
If you want to buy a Rogue's Tavern.
Well, I think we're running out of
Which-
places on the
Which,
islands.
by
to
the
put
by,
things.
guys, you kind of have a network of spies.
Yeah, but they're not ours.
The elves
Well,
picks.
Pick kind of comes with.
Yeah, pig.
Where do you think he gets all the intelligence that he gathers?
Well, yeah, but we need some people to more directly
It's not a
murder
huge-
others.
Yeah, it's not a huge. It's an information gathering spy network. It's not necessarily like a. Like if you wanted to do.
we need to
You
expand
need to assassin
his
your creed.
network.
Yeah, if you want to assassin the creed, that's more for like your retainers to send off and have them do that shit.
Mm.
Alright.
Kind of like you're doing right now.
Look at that.
Amazing.
Yes, you can, Artanis. All right. So, the morning of the 17th. What is the flight pattern that they will be taking?
Jeez.
Oh, Farah, you're the most experienced with the Griffins, so
That's true. Okay.
You're leading this. So as you guys, we do this fun little TV show thing where as you guys part from your retainers, the camera pans to follow the PCs and then quick turns back to the retainers as control of characters reverts over to them. So you guys are fully playing your retainers right now,
damn.
both RP wise and mechanically.
It's all played by the same actors with different hats, wearing
Yes.
mustaches.
Save for Fiven, who I will continue to play since Farah is going. They take off, and Farah begins to lead them through the sky.
Okay. So, probably avoid the main city of Calcaria by a little bit and kind of curve around to about here. I don't know.
So you guys want to head
Just
out
just
to
a
the black
little bit. Just a little bit, because I just
Is
don't want to be
that-
flying directly over Calcaria.
Is that not right? What I drew?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Or is
that'll
that
work.
is that
That'll
better?
work. That'll work.
So 10 days to get to the spot. Which should put you at the 27th of August. As you fly through the air every day, stopping to land so that your griffins can rest, and so that so your griffins can rest and you can feed them, and you guys can all rest for the evening as well. We cut to Pick and Blurt on a watch one night, as they're just kind of sitting there, while the others, the griffins, are like tied off to make sure that they don't leave, and the rest are asleep, sitting around a small campfire, as Blurt and Pick are kind of keeping an eye on things. I'd like the two of them to make perception checks.
Okay. Where the
They should both be pretty good at it.
where the hell is my thing for pick?
You should. Do you not have the image I sent you? That thing?
You didn't send it directly to me.
I did not. Oh well. Here, let me. That's an easy fix. I can send it to you direct message.
That is perfect.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. There you go.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, blurty blurt blurt.
Oh, Blurt.
Blurt's distracted. What is Blurt distracted by at the moment?
Blurt's distracted by how fucking weird that Mind Flayer gel that Donald handed him is. Like, it looks solid, but it when you like tip the bottle, it like flows like a liquid, and it like clumps,
Yeah.
like it's something jelly, and it's very weird. Do not enjoy.
Have Blurt make a wisdom saving throw.
Ew.
Oh no, Blurt's not proficient in this.
15. He's able to resist the urge to open it and like lick it.
Oh, good.
Oh,
What did Pick get for his?
Pick rolled a natural 15, and I'm pretty sure like he doesn't have anything for perception, so it's just 15, right?
Retainer's rule.
Dexterity, and so it's a +3. He doesn't have, so it's just +3.
Okay, +3, so 18.
Because it's not one of his signature skills.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not one of his primary. It's not his primary ability, which is Dex. So, so yeah, it's just a +3.
Okay, so 18.
So that means 18. That's still pretty good. As Pick kind of watches Blurt staring at this jar, knowing full well what's in there, as you've debriefed him on it, and kind of hoping that he can get some entertainment for the night by Blurt licking it.
Pick, what the fuck?
He's like kind of just like internally willing him to like do it, just to see. But
just tip the jar, just see how it feels.
Yeah, totally. As you guys are up in the mountains, in the Blacktop Mountains, camped for the evening, as you guys kind of hit there and then headed back down southwest towards your destination, he hears what sounds like a large stone off in the distance falling.
Point that out to Blurt. And
don't like the sound of that.
Yeah. You take a sneaky sneak to go see what that might be about.
You going by yourself?
Blurt will drop a pass without trace and come with you.
All right. Stealth checks from the two of you, which you guys should both be pretty baller at.
Yeah, so it's double.
So it's essentially double. Okay. The proficiency. So it's like +6 because it's one of your proficient skills, or his proficient skills.
Blurt rolls at 25.
24.
Is that 24? That's with your +10 pick?
That's with my +10.
Nice. So 25 and 24. You guys sneak. They sneak a little ways through this small little mountain pass that you guys were able to land in. That's like probably not super accessible on foot. But with the
Oh
griffins,
god, oh fuck.
but with the griffins, you're able to get up here pretty easily. As you kind of Scooby-Doo around from behind this large boulder, with Pick's head kind of over Blurt's head. I'd like the two of you to make perception checks. Disadvantage if you do not have dark vision.
Do goblins have dark vision? I think
They do
do.
indeed.
Yes.
They do indeed. Humans, however, do not.
Yeah, so pick.
Okay. Ooh, natural 20 for Blurt.
Blurt. Two of your charges
10.
have snuck off to investigate a sound by themselves, Farah.
Oh, we're fine. We're fine.
I love that reaction.
If your retainers die on my watch,
Total will never forgive you.
No more cousin shit.
Never mind that it was David's idea.
Yeah.
great, I'm about it. Let's fucking go. Consequences.
You don't have to worry. Lachlan's right next to you going.
Yeah. Toclin's snoring right next to you.
He has a deviated septum.
Yeah. What did Pick get?
10.
A 10. All right. So Blurt, as you peek out from around this boulder, you kind of look down into this ravine where you see. I'm just gonna say you because you're inhabiting this character at the moment. Where you see like a handful of humanoids in and amongst some torchlight that you can see are breaking rocks and going about the business of mining. With a natural 20, at first you're shocked by their at first you're shocked by the fact that there's just people out here in the middle of the night mining down in this ravine. And as the light kind of helps you clarify, you realize with the perspective even this far away, as you're like probably like 60 feet up, 50, 60 feet up, looking down over the side of this ravine at them. These individuals are rather large, like not for humanoids, but like very large. Like upwards of like 15, 20 feet tall. These are very clearly fire giants.
Oh, fun.
They don't
Right.
seem to have noticed you as of yet.
I will very quietly relay that to Pick. Fire giants.
Great.
If you're speaking, you're muted there, Mel.
This is great. I'm just gonna gesture back towards the group. Maybe something good to tell them?
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, let's sneak back and maybe move
As-
camp a bit.
You sneak back, make stealth checks. As Pass Without a Trace is still up.
20.
20.
20. As the two of you tiptoe your way back in the darkness, continuing to hear the sound of pickaxes hitting stone behind you and the breaking of rock, you make your way back to the tiny, almost out campfire. Like it's mostly just smoldering coals at this point. where you see your 3 compatriots are sleeping, and you hear Tocklin before you see him and get back to the his snoring.
Fuck.
Normally you don't mind it; it helps to keep the smaller critters away. But
yeah, let's wake him up first, and then the others.
What's going on here?
Shh.
Fire giants.
And point in the direction. Too close for comfort.
Interrupting my sleep. Tucker will get up and start going towards his griffin.
All right. Not what we came for. Go.
Let's. I guess we're moving.
Yeah, and try to find a spot away from them.
all right. As you guys break down camp and mount up and head off into the night sky, you completely evade random encounter.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't want to fight 4 fire giants with our retainers.
Yeah.
Alchemist fire on them. It'll go great. They're vulnerable to fire. That's why they're.
As you fly off, a couple days later, there's another night of camp where you all feel a bit safer and far enough away from civilization to have a bit more fun. Fivin is, plucking away at his loot, entertaining you all. Eventually, you arrive at the southernmost point of the peninsula that you aimed for, kind of setting up just off of the coastline, just off of the beach. Pick you point out that if your calculations are correct,
Which they usually are.
That means that Kelsis's fleet should be coming through this strait within the next 3 days.
Look at that. You're still doing the one piece of good news thing. I like this.
Gotta keep it up if I forget. Just kick my ass. It's true, I will kick his ass if he doesn't keep that up. I can do 8 shots now. Let's go. Oh, ora. When he doesn't give me good news.
The first day goes.
Big fucking weeb.
Yes.
As if you're not.
The first day goes by without you spotting a single ship going by. The second day goes by. Again, you're undiscovered. You do have a couple false alarms. One of you goes to check and make sure, but what you end up seeing is no more than probably just a Calcarian noble on a pleasure cruise on one of their large frigate-like vessels. On the third day,
can I do something?
Sure.
Back on the island, I would like to cast divination. To ask
what date is this?
This would be, how long did they take to fly there?
I believe it was 10 days, so they were supposed to get there on the 27th.
Okay, so 27th, so
20. So it's now it's currently for them the 29th.
Okay, on the 27th.
Okay.
I would like to ask, how can the retainers know which ship Kelsis is on?
Good question. Does anyone here know what Kelsis looks like?
We do know what he looks like because he did
Does
show
anyone
up.
in the hunting party on the Griffins know what Kelsis looks like? Do any of the
Blurt.
retainers know?
Blurt was there for that.
Okay.
Blurt for that.
Both Blurt and Tocklin, I believe Tocklin was there for that as well.
Because that would have been perfect if none of us knew what he was.
Both Blurt and Tocklin have
He's
seen
one.
him before.
Wee.
Kelsis.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, he's very small.
Yeah, he's a gnome.
I swear to God, if Hermes just tells me whichever one you see him standing on, I'm going to punch him whenever I get the chance.
Hermes doesn't say anything, but you watch as a as you're back at the keep, and you're kind of trying to concentrate. You watch as a bird kind of flies in the open window of the keep and goes and lands on top of some heraldry. Like a banner or flag that hangs from the wall showing your nation's heraldry. That is not just of Aspida, but you have other banners, and it kind of bops around to different ones. Like there's a banner of your allies of Ethmond, like of the Dwarven people that hangs some heraldry, as well as the heraldry of the different city-states of the republics. He should essentially indicating that he should have specific heraldry or a flag that flies that will indicate the lead ship in the flotilla.
Artanis, I need a sending. And I'll ask Artanis to send this to the retainers so that they know.
So you go to find. Do you send him like an animal messenger spell, or do you go and find him to tell him?
I'll go actually find him. Why not?
Okay, so you head up to the tower to find him. As you are let into the tower, you come into his enchanting room where you see a large hammer, that either end of which looks like on either business end of the hammer, you can see what are two on either end integrated into the hammer, what looks like mind flayer skulls.
Artanis.
As he's kind of standing over it, chanting
fuck.
boogity boogity, like magic words,
Boogity
magic words.
boogity. No, it just has to be boogity boogity.
Magic words, magic words.
Boogity boogity boo!
Mending, 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 mending.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no, he says.
I'm sorry, did I break your concentration?
Artanis is going like, I told the witch doctor I was in love with you.
Artanis, I'm not going to ask what it is you're doing here. I just need you to send to Blurt or Farah or any of the people who are out hunting right now and tell them blah de blah de blah. Insert heraldry talk here.
Artanis, if you would be so kind as I know you can hear me, as to make a history check with advantage.
My image of Artanis is as a serious character is forever shattered.
18? Yeah.
As I just imagine him going boogity 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 in his tower all day.
Shalama, come on, say Shopapa, like, whatever.
Kalima, Kalima.
Kalima, Kalima.
Upsi-mazi, upsi-daisy.
The heraldry he would probably be looking for is Agrippa's heraldry.
Well, there you go. Tell him whatever Agrippa's heraldry is.
He sends the message.
He
Amazing.
sends the message.
Thank you.
Farah, you get a sending that says what, Donald?
Hey.
Oh,
So,
by the way, Agrippa's heraldry is a midnight black flag with golden laurels crowning a skull.
Kelsis is probably on a ship with a midnight black flag, with laurels holding a skull.
Golden laurels crowning a skull.
Golden laurels crowning a skull. Just because I realized we didn't have any way to tell which ship was his.
Great. Golden laurels holding a skull.
Crowning a skull.
You can't say that back.
I say it I say it and then immediately realize that it will not make it.
This is so weird. This is so weird. Don't like this.
Somebody can just invade your brain and send you a message.
Don't do that again. I really wanted to send another sending right away.
Anyway. Controls that.
On the third day that you're there, early in the morning, a storm begins to kick up. That gets pretty ferocious pretty quick. And you can see, that the sea is getting pretty choppy, as a matter of fact. And Pick has his griffin holding his wing out, and he has his abacus out, and he's calculating because he's starting to second guess his math as to when they would arrive, because it's been 2 days and they haven't shown up yet.
Come on, he's really good at this. Come on, Pick.
Could we have missed them?
I don't think so. We would have seen them if they were early by a couple days. We would have seen them on the way in along the coast. Calcarians tend to stick to the coast.
Is it worth trying to scout in the storm?
I mean, it's not a terrible idea. It'll certainly help conceal us. It'll be hard to communicate, though. Sorry, I kind of took over Pick there for a second.
Nah, it's fine.
Because it's information I have that you don't.
Exactly.
All right. Maybe one of us should go take a look around. See what we can find.
Who you want to send?
I don't know. I'll go if nobody else wants to go.
I mean, they're all looking at you like you're in charge.
Yeah.
Oh, it's best to have a second set of eyes here. I'll go with you.
All right.
All right.
That
so
works.
Farah and Talklin mount their griffins and head off into the storm as the lightning kind of cracks through the skyline as you're flying around.
Saddlebags. No saddlebags. It's not.
Oh yeah, no, we're not bringing
lightning. Like, we're not gonna.
fire with us.
It's gonna be bad for everybody.
This is a scouting mission, not a bombing mission, so we don't need the bombs.
The two stealthiest ones.
Yes, that would be us.
I would like the two of you to make perception checks.
Amazing. That fell off the table. 6.
With advantage?
Yes.
Perception
Holy
is wisdom,
shit!
Right?
It is wisdom, yes.
All right, cool. It's one of the skills I'm gifted with. So, 17 plus 6.
17 plus 6, so 23. Farah, you're just like, it's pretty rough up here. You're having a hard enough time just dodging lightning bolts. that are as you're flying around up here. Um, uh, you guys circle for hours without even seeing ships. Also, you catch a small cluster of vessels, and as you kind of swoop in, still in the clouds, to get a closer look, it's not anywhere near what you're looking for. It's only like 3 vessels, and they appear to be some sort of they're leaving that small island off the coast of Calcaria and Ultak, heading probably back to Calcaria. It looks like another fancy lords or ladies like traveling barge. The day comes and goes, and you don't see the fleet.
I mean,
Port, we gotta go back.
No. Stick here a little bit longer. Calcaria is not known for their sailors. The storm slowed them down. They'll be here. They could have stopped at the cavalcade. Rest in there, resupply. We have time.
All right.
September arrives, and you have yet to see a Calcarian fleet.
Wake me up when September ends.
The 2nd of September.
And none of us can communicate with anybody back home because none of us are casty.
Not in that way.
Hey, Artanis, you want to send them a daily sending to see how things are going?
It's probably good to make sure they're alive.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
It's September 1st.
Could these fucking ships be invisible?
That's
That's my response to the how's it going.
To the how's it's going. Artanis, make an Arcana check.
If they are, it was nice knowing you.
If they are, it was nice knowing you. Great, thank you. Love it.
25.
Amazing.
25. That would be a huge illusion, which is a school of magic that is not Kelsis's specialty, and you don't think he's capable of pulling off that big of an illusion. You guys get a message back that says invisibility is extremely unlikely.
Was the storm going west to east, east to west?
It came down out of the south, out of the northwest. Came down out of the mountains, the Manshire Mountains. On a path that kind of looked like this.
I guess it'll Farah, do you want me to go just fly around and see if any debris or anything in the water you want me to go take a look at?
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Someone want to go with him?
Sure, I'll go.
Not you.
And go with him.
Thank you, Pick.
Pick saddles up, and Fiven says, I've been doing nothing but sitting here at camp. I'll go too. You can stay here with Blurt. Is that cool, boss?
Absolutely.
All right. So you take control of Fiven at this point. As the three of
Great.
you take off and head out over the seas to the skies are much calmer today, and the sun is out as you guys take off on your griffins up into the sky. You guys can make investigation, because this is over the course of several hours, so it can be investigation or perception
Investigation, yay!
Oh, great.
or survival.
Mhm.
Okay. 18 investigation.
I rolled a 9.
9.
Uh,
How'd Fiven do?
I rolled a natural 17. I'm not sure if I'm adding anything because he's not investigation, perception, nothing.
What are his primary stats? Charisma, so it would just be +3.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, and that was for that. What skill is that? Are you going with? Because it sounds like Pick went investigation.
I'm gonna say perception then.
Perception. Okay. Tocklin, this time you're a little bit more distracted, keeping an eye out. As Pick, you're more than anything else out here to sate your own curiosity. Like, they should have been here. They should have showed up by now. As you guys fly around, you find no signs of wreckage. You find, it wasn't a crazy storm, but you find no trace of anything resembling military ships.
Be considering like bad information, or he got information from a spy.
His information wasn't coming from like a spy. He was just doing math based on the date that you guys gave him that they were leaving Gim to rule, and what he knows that they were probably what speed that he knows they were probably moving at, because they were probably that you got to look at their ships, and you knew they were taking a bunch of triremes, which are pretty slow, and they're not great sailors. So it was basically just a math equation. And he kind of gave himself like a 3-day stretch in case they were a little bit behind or a little bit ahead of schedule. If you were to get to, if you were to get to like the second or the third, that's way outside of the.
Okay. So we're at the second right now, so it's basically one more, and if not, then it's like pretty obvious they're not going to be here.
Yeah, something must have happened.
Mhm.
Either they ran into trouble, or through some magical means that you weren't able to predict, were traveling much faster, or went somewhere else, or who knows.
I guess the sending you receive tomorrow, Farah, will be very important. We'll have to make sure that see if they could divine something.
Yeah, we'll
See if
have
he
to.
started the cavalcade. See if he fell to the hammer of whatever the Elos have cooking up over there, passing their lands.
Yeah, we'll have to see what kind of crazy magic they've got in order to find out what's going on over here.
As the morning of the 3rd rolls around, and you get your morning sending, that says what, Donald?
Hey, any luck?
We haven't seen anything. Is there any way you can divine or ask for guidance or prophesize where they might be?
Well, let's go for another divination spell, I guess.
Alrighty.
This time we shall ask. Where can the wizard known as Kelsis be found? Or where can we find the wizard known as Kelsis?
In the temple, you get a response that says he specifically is currently protected from my sight.
Huh. I didn't know you could do that. Or anybody could do that.
Mhm.
Bill, we just want to drop bombs on your ship. Why are you making it difficult for us?
I am aware of that. It's actually not super hard. Donald, you would know you have access to the spell. It's called non-detection.
Non-detection will hide him from Hermes?
From the spell divination, it will.
Okay.
I still have to honor certain magical,
Well, that's good to know, I guess, for the future.
Maybe
All
we should.
right.
Oh man. Next time to ask maybe about like the ships themselves and not about the person.
Well, you can non-detection an area.
But if it's moving all the time, does it go with it?
I don't know.
The response did say specifically him.
Mm.
Wait, so he's hidden specifically from Hermes?
He said the person you referred to is specifically.
Oh. Shit. I don't know if I want to do this again today. Because I can potentially get a false reading. But Kelsis has that big fucking creepy thing, or that big fucking whatever the fuck it is in plate armor that he keeps with him, right?
He has a giant construct that that
That's
follows him
definitely
around.
not undead. Yes.
No, it is not. It is a construct.
Okay. Well, 2 or more times before next long rest. Fuck. Okay. Can
you blast the divination spell into chat real quick for me? Just so I can remind myself of the 25% chance,
Yeah. I don't super wanna I don't super want to risk that. So we can probably divine either the ships himself or his fucking construct companion.
Wasn't there something about how if you cast divination in the temple?
That was on Hermes' holiday,
Okay, no.
Yeah, unfortunately.
April 1st.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Of course.
of course.
I feel like if anything, maybe the ships would be a better idea, or like because I feel like if he's going to non-detection anything else besides himself, it's the thing he always keeps with him.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you want, you can just fast forward to the next day.
Yeah, I guess fast forward to the next day. Where can we find the ship that is currently carrying
So
the wizard known as Kelsis?
Before that happens, September the 3rd comes and goes, and you still don't see any ships, Farah and crew.
Mm-hmm.
As Donald wakes up early to do his divination before the daily sending. And remember I know it doesn't say it's only yes or no, but try to get it as close to a yes or no answer as question as possible, giving me the option to elaborate if needs be. Just if you would do that for me personally, I would appreciate it.
Very well.
It's hard being cryptic all the time, man.
Okay, it's just augury, that shit.
Yeah.
We fucking missed our window.
So sorry, you were go ahead and ask your question.
Well, I mean, I was going to ask if we could get a location for the ship that's carrying him, but
word it however you like. I'll do what I got to do.
All right. Where
if I need you to be more specific, I'll ask.
Where can we find the ship that is currently carrying the wizard known as Kelsis?
The response you get, which is handed to you by a quickling that runs up, and a rolled up scroll says, "It never left the frigid depths."
What?
Oh.
Huh. Well, we'll send that to the hunting party, I guess.
I know I'm a giant nerd. Also, hi Colette,
Apparently
how are you doing?
Kelsis' ship never left the frigid depths. We might need to have a little chat with the dwarves about what's going on with that.
Frigid depths are the waters outside Gimdarol.
Farah, with that, I get the sense that you guys are probably going to start heading back. So with that, we / diagonal wipe away from the away team back to the island and the majority of the party. As Donald, you get this message from Hermes in the temple.
Yeah, well, I guess I better go talk to Artanis and Ossel and
so we'll say
figure out what the fuck's up with that.
Yeah, we'll say you first run to the keep, gathering Ossel and Mel, before running up to the tower to have the sending sent, and giving you the opportunity to discuss. As 10 days from now, Farah and team will be, so on the 13th of September, the 14th of September, Farah and team will arrive back in Aspida.
Be like, fuck, we should have done this first. Why didn't we do this first? God damn it, we're fucking idiots.
Mel, if you're speaking, you're muted.
Yeah. Mel's just like, fuck, we should have done this first. We're fucking idiots.
Done what first?
What you just did.
Oh, yes, probably.
Well, now
What's
we know he
also
definitely needs some
doing
better
right now?
intelligence.
Fucking pacing.
Can we get word out to fucking Ethmond? So maybe they know better what the fuck happened?
I think we need an explanation from Ethmond one way or the other.
Exactly.
Stop sending to Firefort. Send him Brutor.
Nathan Deargan. A brooder.
Also saying to send to Brutor as opposed to Jurgen.
Hmm.
Donald?
Brutor, we need to know what happened to Kelsis after we left Ethmond. Is he still in the frigid depths? Did his ship sink? Is the Codex safe?
A few moments go by, and you get a response back that says, "We have not seen height nor hair of him and his ilk since we expelled them from Gimdarul. The Codex is safe with our arcane practitioners as they continue to try and unlock its secrets."
Can I try and insight check him?
Sure. Slightly harder DC because it's over ascending spell, and it would technically be Artanis's insight, not yours. So Artanis, if you're still there, make an insight check.
I'll give you guidance.
Is he still there?
He's typing.
I'd understand if he wasn't.
He's
This has
typing.
got to be hard.
There we go.
Oh, is he typing?
There we go. 14. Oh, you put it in
14.
our chat, not hit.
Oh.
Not the main chat. That's why.
I was like, oh, I didn't say. I was like, what are you talking about? I don't see it.
Yeah.
So 14 it was.
Mm-hmm.
You have no reason
Against
to
Darius being
suspect
good at all?
him
That's
being
good.
untruthful.
I'm okay.
Artanis.
Trying to.
Donald. Artanis.
This game is. It's hard to focus on this game today. But I'm trying. And weird shit's happening, so it makes it a little bit easier. Ah!
Swear to God, if the
Link!
fucked us on this.
Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Hello, raiders. Welcome. Welcome to D&D.
So you're sending another message saying that, saying that, you have reason to believe that
You're
he's
doing
still
Greco-Roman
in
shit.
the
Link
dwarven
raid. Hi,
territory.
Laughing Crow. How you doing?
Yep. Divination from Hermes says he's still in dwarven territory, presumably scheming something. Be careful. Let us know if you hear anything else, or if you find anything else out.
He responds, the intelligence is greatly appreciated. We will increase
Tech of
longship
Thunder.
patrols,
Hey, how you doing?
as well as patrols out of Herndon
Welcome,
Tower
welcome
and Nantorum.
How was the stream?
And Gimdarul.
Alrighty.
Unless there's specific stuff you guys want to do, we can jump forward to the 14th when Farah and crew arrive back. Doesn't sound like anybody has something they want to interject, so we will jump forth to when Farah and crew arrive back in Aspida, having flown back. without too much of an issue.
Doing
Couple
fantastic.
more
Good.
close
Glad to
calls here
hear
and
it.
there with the with some wildlife and whatnot, but with Farah there with them, it's not much of an issue at all. Small picking stuff. When you eventually arrive back, probably having been filled in the entire time on what's going on. As
This
you
is some
guys all
bullshit.
Yeah, no fucking kidding. Welcome back.
remember what I was saying earlier about sitting there while you guys are making plans, being like, "This isn't gonna work at all for that. This is fucking."
God damn it.
Also, I swear to fucking trying to be quiet because my cousin is sick, but I'm gonna fucking end you.
You would like to cast Artanis's infallible eliminate Kelsis spell.
Mhm.
Yes, obviously.
Sorry, I don't
Third
think you
level.
have that spell yet there, Artanis.
Get to work on that.
As you guys arrive at the keep to discuss what this means and what plans you're going to take now.
Fuck, this means they're probably gathering, who knows, maybe they're Fell Timberland. Motherfucker. With everything else going on there.
The Empire also owns the Moldy Grove.
Yeah.
Bill,
Yes.
it's been like a month and change. Did we ever hear back from that one elf we sent north to check on the undead and clanless that were coming south?
The one you sent north from Calcaria?
From Aspida. I thought he came home first, but yeah.
Oh, the one that came, yes, and that you sent off to. It's been. They don't have any magical means of contacting you, so not quite yet. No.
Can we ask Artanis to send him a message?
I mean, I'm sure Artanis will be happy to oblige.
Yes.
What's the message you send?
What direction are the undead and clanless heading? What's their approximate number? Any signs of other Calcarian activity in the area?
The spell doesn't connect.
Yeah, of course that guy's dead. Of course.
For a group of guys that were supposed to give us a hand, mostly they've kind of just died.
Only
See?
2 of them.
See,
Only
this
one
is
of
why
them
we
you
can't
know
run
has
anything
died.
because we can't let anybody else do shit because they die. And this is
Yeah,
why
hey.
I don't.
They could just be at another plane of existence. You don't know.
Yes, of course. You know, like they normally
Yes,
do when they're not dead. Artanis is reporting that to the Moon Queen. Yeah, since she sent them, that's true.
If you're using ascending to do that, the message you receive back is that that is unfortunate. They go into this lifestyle knowing the risks, and Telrune is grateful for their sacrifice.
There's no way the dwarves would have betrayed us. It's an impossibility.
All right,
Why
so
is
what are the
it
other
open
options?
to me?
No, sorry. Like, fine. Then what are the other options? We focus on those. Nobody was calling out the dwarves anyway.
Just making sure that we weren't like. I feel a need to defend my people when it comes to that. I just wanted to make sure that we struck that out right. Well, now we know who's leading the charge in this undead march. So I guess that's a little bit more information.
Maybe.
Maybe. At Artanis's request, let's give Hermes another ring and ask him yes or no. Have the dwarves betrayed us?
You get back a definitive and resounding no.
Dope.
Cool.
Okay.
Damn it! I was hoping for a yes.
That
That would have been so good.
So we can trust them for now. But we have an
Did I fucking make that?
You don't like the dramatic pause?
I was talking about dump.
I thought it was just a fuck, dude. I'm not asking that question in front of all you. Are you fucking insane?
That's fair.
I'm not gonna lie, it's very fun for me sitting here just watching all your wheels turn. Like, what the fuck is going on? What is Bill up to?
Well, I'm gonna get more target practice in on the Griffins.
I feel really bad about that, by the way, but this is just...
It was such a good idea.
It was a great idea, and I really wish that they showed up and that they actually left Dwarven lands when you thought they did.
Yes, you wish.
Because that would have been a really fun... Are you kidding me? Come on, that would have been so much fun.
Yes, it would have.
All right. Well,
that was a waste of fucking time. Great.
Yeah.
It wasn't such a waste of time.
Pick says it wasn't a terrible waste of time. We've got some very interesting information out of it.
I mean, it's interesting information we could have gotten in one
day.
Yeah. Or 2 days instead of, 20.
Or Mel's just like, 24? I had to do fucking work while you were gone. It was terrible.
Hey, it's I am choosing to look at this as a glass half full situation. Because if we never went to check this out, we would have never known to even ask about it. If we didn't come up with this plan, or if you guys didn't come up with this plan to go and firebomb their ships, we would have never even known to look into this.
And now we know for next time to fucking divine first.
Look, Hermes complains at me when I send him too many divinations in a row.
You complained at him right back for any other day.
Yes, but...
Alright, so who wants to fly north now?
I will. I don't need a griffin. I can just fly myself.
What? Oh.
I demonstrate by turning into an eagle.
Ardana says, I have a hammer to work on.
Drop me across the way, send me a sending spell every, 12 hours or so. And I'll head north and see what can be found.
Blurt says, I'm sorry. What's going on?
Yeah, you're not going on your own. That's ridiculous.
You're just flying where? To Ethmond?
No, not to Ethmond. Into the Timberlands.
Oh.
Yeah, I still second that. You're not going by yourself. That's ridiculous. You could die.
Yeah, no one said by yourself.
If he could turn into a fucking bird, I don't see you growing feathers.
Gesture to the griffin.
Maybe one day one of our spies will unearth something of use. You were like, oh yeah, this is exactly their skill set. They'll do great at this. Dead.
Hey, sometimes the rolls go for you, and sometimes whenever I roll for your spies, they for some reason always roll shit. Be mad at the dice, not me.
I know. Okay. Well, if I'm not going alone, then who wants to come with me?
I just read Artanis' thing. Like down in the dungeons with those guys, right? The ones that were
Yes.
guarding the.
Oh, they did a terrible job. Out of character, they did a terrible job.
You
I'll
storing
leave
it,
it with them.
storing it at the tower, then, Artanis.
Now we have a nuclear stockpile that we have nothing to do with. This is terrible.
Not storing it at the tower. Where are you storing it? The keep? The temple? Somewhere else?
Find a nice hidden cave in the mountains and ask the goats to do it. Negotiate with the union.
I like my tower in one piece, thanks.
Keep it at the temple. Nobody ever suspects weapons at the temple.
Let's not do that. God damn it. Okay. Well, yeah, who wants to go north?
South.
Why would we go south?
Well, we did discuss going to Bazercool earlier, so.
Oh, no.
Well,
we have
I wanted in the first place. See, my answer is always the right answer. Let's go. We're 20 days behind schedule to find lizards.
As Ossel holds up like a bunch of scaly suits.
Do not make character choices for me.
You're the one who's going to get them made.
Alright, well, we're gonna learn something before we go. If you really want to go to Bazercool, then, like, fine. But we now have an indeterminate amount of undead and clanless amassing in the area north of us who just murdered one of our spies.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know that.
He's probably dead. He's either
Well,
dead or
all-
he's...
No, I'm not saying you don't know that he's dead. I'm saying you don't know what killed him.
Circumstantial evidence.
It probably killed him.
If there's a
Objection,
large
Vincent.
amount of undead and shit
Objection,
amassing in the
Vincent.
place that they're going, chances are if the person's dead, it probably because of that in one way or
Hey.
another.
The world is a very dangerous place full of monsters and
And a lot of those monsters are undead in that area right now.
Undead or clanless.
Yes, that.
he was also going into Imperial territory.
I mean,
Yeah, we're
put a
about to
fucking
invade a
put a
foreign
fucking
nation.
hood up and sleep in the woods, so that you don't get murdered.
Murder, death, killed.
We could also just mind our own business. That's
No,
also an option.
I refuse.
It absolutely is not an option at this point. We're kind of fucked.
We're not fucked. We're just very annoyed that our plan didn't work. Okay.
Well, I mean, we're fucked if we just don't do anything.
If you say that we can go to the Raphael Timberlands and burn it to the ground, I'm in. Otherwise, I'm staying here. Holy fire, purging undead and clanless. which are basically the same thing. They're both monsters.
Are there any paladin orders like around to pass this information? We're like, hey, you want to go to a crusade? Here you go, bunch of undead out here.
I am a paladin. I am an Order of the Sacred Flame.
Okay.
There's a small contingent of the Order of the Arcane Blade in Telrune that are paladins, both of the ancients.
Yeah, but they're
Yes,
far
Telrune.
away.
The place where we're definitely allowed to go.
Yeah.
I
That
would love
place.
to sail to Telrune.
We're all definitely super welcome.
Artanis probably would be.
Calcaria has a huge oath of devotion, or I'm sorry, oath of conquest paladins.
Of course they fucking do.
Oh. I was hoping to see like the thumbs down in chat like pop up, and it didn't happen yet.
Okay.
God, I wish we had scrying or something.
There's also my version of the Gold Pack Knights in Narafos. Paladins.
Right. Okay. Well, if I send Blurt north to check this out, is that going to make it... Will that hopefully make it more likely to succeed?
I mean, probably. Depending on what exactly his instruction. Like, is he just flying up there on a griffin and doing like some aerial reconnaissance and coming back, or like what's the?
Yeah, basically. His instructions would be head up, aerial recon, get a number, get a direction if you can. Don't die.
Sure, he can do that. It's just a matter of he's got to saddle up on a griffin and head up there and fly around for a little while and come back.
Yeah.
As Blurt heads out to do so,
also, I don't think we have time to go to Baser Cool at this point, unless you are willing to just bite the bullet and take the longboat.
I can't go by myself. We're gonna be killing shit. I mean,
Well, I'm not suggesting you go by yourself, but we'd have to abandon the oh yeah, sneak out, take a keelboat south. Because we have, I think, exactly 30 days until the general gets here.
So we need to make sure we're back.
you have less than that.
It's the 14th. In my notes, I have that he comes on the 16th of October.
It's the first week of October.
Oh, well, then we just straight
Definitely
up
don't
have
have time.
all
2
right.
weeks
Well,
and
we're
change.
all right. Well, then we'll make preparations and bide our time, and hopefully we don't get attacked by undead and clanless in the means.
Yep. Oh, which reminds me, I have to pay upkeep. If
You do.
September the 1st has passed.
It has.
Okay. Well,
Which also means another thing, if I'm not mistaken. The Aspidin Rangers have finished their retraining
they have indeed.
and are
Hey,
now archers.
fuck yeah!
They're up in size, they're archers, and they're...
Multiple
Didn't-
things, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, we
More
upgraded
heavily
their
equipped.
armor too, right?
Yeah,
Sure
they are
did.
not light archers, they are medium archers.
Yep. So they're having a good
Commanded by champion Farah Aloro.
Fuck yeah!
I'm super good at that.
and then
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Ossel. Swear to God.
I didn't even see what
Fight me, you won't.
last time you fought
Is that a
she
challenge?
won.
Last time she hit me when I was just getting off a ship, didn't have my land legs yet, unprepared. Now she's been flying for days. Her legs are weak. I could fucking take her.
That's a challenge. I 100% accept.
As you guys go about your normal daily routines, approximately 8 days go by before Blurt returns.
Hey, Blurt.
As he comes out of breath sprinting into the keep.
8 days is too fast.
Hi, Blurt. What horrible news do you have for us?
He just kind of holds up a finger. Okay.
Breathe.
So, towards the eastern tip of the Black Rock Mountains, of the Blacktop Mountains, towards the coast, I saw a huge force just kind of arrayed there as this one woman was standing on the coastline, kind of holding out her arms, and there was this huge force of skeletons. As she held out her hands, they all started to like disassemble and kind of fly through the air, and reassemble along the coast into these rudimentary ships.
Well, that answers how they're getting across the way.
And there was this this individual in black armor that was like directing the clanless, like onto these ships and stuff.
What'd you see of him? Dwarf? Human?
I couldn't tell. It was like head to toe heavy metal plate, black metal plate.
Alright.
Certainly not Calcarian armor.
You have a count of how many there were?
Thousands.
How many thousands, Blurt?
Make a intelligence check for Blurt.
Oh!
Ooh.
Not only that, there was probably give or take a couple of thousand clanless, and the skeletal forces were at least probably pretty close to 3,000 skeletal archers, a couple thousand well outfitted clanless infantry, and that wasn't it. There was a swirl of shadow around this woman that would occasionally split out into a couple thousand shades.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, Billy, you shouldn't have. This should be interesting.
Oh, Billy, you shouldn't have.
Okay.
You said Blurt said that the armor that the dark
So,
figure was wearing was not Calcarian.
Yes, he said that was they were not outfitted in anything Calcarian.
Did he recognize what it was similar to?
He goes, I haven't seen anything like that before.
okay. So we got 3,000 skeletal archers, a couple thousand well-outfitted clanless infantry, and
Couple
whatever,
thousand legions of shadows.
a couple thousand shadows.
Well, that's some bullshit.
So that is 3,000, 5,000, and then the treants.
All told, their force is probably in the 6,000 to 8,000 range.
Oh, good. Around with
It's already a war
parity with
territory.
us. Okay. Well, then we need to get started. And get ready to defend our home. Because if you saw them, how many days ago did you see this blur?
He goes over to the map and he points out that they were over here. Oops, wrong button. They were over here.
Okay, so that is... basically 3 hexes to us. Which, I mean, the 1 hex of sea travel is really the big question. What kind of boats were the skeletons forming themselves into, Blurt?
Rudimentary. Looked like they were just being used to carry troops.
Yeah.
I mean, they hadn't, when I left like 4 days ago, they hadn't set sail yet.
Right. Okay.
Didn't look like they were ready to do that, super ready to do that yet.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I didn't stick around very long. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
I have an idea.
Oh.
I did not like that laugh.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if they were waiting for more people to come in or what, but
so question.
yeah.
Alchemist fire explodes on contact with water, right?
Alchemist fire explodes on contact with oxygen.
Okay. That's fine. And it's oil. Or oil-based, right? So it'll float on top of water? Nah, it doesn't matter. So we may have missed Kelsis for dropping all of this alchemist fire on. But we have we have a force of others who have so kindly showed up at our doorstep.
Thank you for volunteering.
I will absolutely go volunteer for this one.
No, I meant them. They're volunteering for our stuff.
That we could absolutely test all of this alchemist fire out on.
That's true.
I'm in.
Yeah.
And we're not even destroying boats anymore.
Mm.
Destroying skeletons that are pretending to be boats.
Yeah, it's a bunch of undead. Who doesn't...
I mean, is anybody else concerned about the first thing I said about this woman who's just kind of like waving her hands and sculpting all these skeletons into different things?
I mean, ideally, we drop the alchemist fire on her. But yes, that has me extremely concerned.
I don't know. If she has the power to create ships out of the undead, I want it. So if we could get her alive, that would be great.
Yeah, I don't have exactly any whatever the fuck she's doing magic, so...
You don't say.
Well, the guy
like, Blurt's like, aren't you concerned about this? Like, what am I supposed to do?
It appears that it's time, guys, and I pull out my Centurion crossbow, and I open up the little slot that has a white flag that I've mounted into it.
Oh, there we go.
We have waved the white flag of war. Let's defend our home.
All right. Yeah. All right. Let's make ready to do that. Exactly that.
The creepy woman, she wasn't familiar at all?
Blair's never met Portia, if that's what you're thinking.
I've never seen her before. Plus, it was nighttime when she was out, and so I couldn't get that close. So I was kind of trying to count by like how many torches there were and shit like that. Um, it's November something that they're done. But he says November 8th.
Whoa.
But he says excuse me.
No die.
My apologies. He says that I don't know, I didn't get close enough to really see faces and stuff, and it was nighttime and
Don't worry about it, Blair. You did well. Thank you.
but yeah, I don't think they're leaving immediately. Like not even close to immediately.
The question is, do we wait for them to come to us or do we go to them?
Well, that's a decision that's above my pay grade, Blurt says.
The second they get in non-Calcarian waters, I believe it's our responsibility to take care of it.
That's not a... I don't think Calcaria can reasonably claim a force of clanless and undead as their force.
Sure. You know what? That's
Like, am I wrong, Bill?
no.
Would it be a diplomatic faux pas to blow them up?
Or
On
to say
Calcarian soil?
that it mostly be like, why aren't they taking care of their shit?
Yeah.
You don't have a contingent of Griffin riders. You guys decided to turn your force into archers instead, so
We do have a bunch of archers that could shoot shit, though. That's flaming arrows, so that is good.
Hey. Meaning retainers?
Yeah.
Well,
that's
you don't
kind of what I was...
you don't have that much alchemist's fire.
Well, we can at least send
To
our
split it
retainers
out
to...
between you guys and the retainers.
We can at least send the retainers... We should probably send the retainers to blow everything up and be visible on the island for all of our armies that are about to go fight this horrible group of undead. Come to think of it.
Well, let's give the general a show, guys.
The other thing, we do have a lot of money right now. We might want to reach out to Spartus about... I mean, at least let them know what's coming, in case we fall, but also to see if we can possibly get any mercenaries to arrive in time. It is right across the way.
Yeah.
All right, Domo, give me a set amount of money. I'll go find people.
Right. Ask him to hire on for the season in case the worst comes to pass. take 10,000 gold.
All right.
How much time in the rest of the class buildings are done?
November 8th.
November 8th.
Several weeks.
Yeah, not anytime soon. Yeah.
Making me look up mercenary rules real quick.
They cost double
Yeah, I think it's
basically
double.
pay for upkeep the same as you would a normal force. It's just double.
I will give you a heads up. You're not going to have a huge ton of success finding mercenaries in Spartus. Most of the fighters, the vast majority of the fighting people there fight for Spartus. You would have a better chance in Naraphos or Meridia.
Yeah, but there's no fucking way we get anybody from Naraphos or Meridia to the island in time, right?
Also, because of your elven ambassador, you have access to elven mercenaries.
I mean, can we get elven mercenaries before in like the next week or two?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But
we'll reach out to everybody we fucking can.
yeah, I mean, at this point, assuming they arrive by like, assuming they were going to arrive by like October, like if that's what you're guessing, I don't know, then you're not going to really be able to get mercenaries here in time.
Yeah, fuck. Was waiting to hire them until we heard back from the
Takes
guy.
a lot of time and effort to move thousands of people.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting to try and hire some until we got word from the guy who went north, and then he just died. All right, I've talked a lot. Anybody else have things they want to do before we get invaded?
Also, you want to go warn your fishy friends? Now that we have a more concrete evidence?
Below the waves. Their own ships. It's none of their concern.
We can at least send to them and ask. See if they'll do something about it.
Well, I have fuck all for sending, so.
Hey, Otanis, I need a sending.
I said
mean, I can kind of give you guys. We could do counter raiding. I know how dwarves think. I know how they raid. I know how they're going to attack. So I'll set up preventative measures on that.
Right. We can try and sink their triremes or sink their ships as they come in as well. We have the triremes. Just straight up naval combat without engaging.
I'll have to set up like nasty rocky shores, and we need to get the wood rights here. We need to start making spiked palisades and all kinds of shit.
Right.
We're probably gonna have to put a hold on our development building.
What about our people? We
let them know.
Yeah, they have to know.
should
and that is where we will pick things up next week.
Yeah.
As you guys may not be able to get mercenaries, but you can certainly raise levies. Raise militias and stuff from your population.
Yep. And it doesn't sound like they're going to have any levies, which is nice at least.
Levies are mostly good for like cannon fodder.
Yep, that's why I said it.
Fun.
mean, hey, if we tell the general what's coming, he might send some of his actual army to help us.
Oh, you're telling me there's a huge force of undead and clanless on my doorstep across land? Sure, I'll send half my military force to you to help you.
Yeah.
Sure, not quite ally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can dream. Yeah, okay. Well, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a matter of fact, because Blurt was gone for 8 days, so that puts us to the 14th to the
22nd.
22nd. So he's probably getting pretty close to getting ready to leave.
Yeah, that was my thinking. Yeah.
Within a couple days.
Yeah, he's either gonna roll up and see and be very impressed at our victory, or roll up and go, "Oh, this place is a shithole," and then leave instantly.
Yeah, it takes a long time to move that amount of people. Whether it's you guys hiring mercenaries or them moving their troops. If you'll recall, a lot of this started over in the Deadening Wood, and we've been moving the time scale pretty fast, so it's been months that it took them to assemble and get to where they're at.
Fair enough.
But we will pick things up there next week on the 23rd of September.
Huzzah. All right, everybody.
With you guys, an imminent invasion of undead and clanless, an imminent invasion of 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 diplomacy and VIP guests, state guests, for inspections of everything that you've been able to accomplish here, and all of it seeming to potentially have to collapse and coincide at the same time together.
Amazing.
We'll find out next week.
Yay. Thanks for joining us, chat.
Next week's episode of
Aegion. I think I'll send y'all. I'm gonna send y'all to Coffee Panda. They're doing D&D right now. So
Coffee Panda.
Yo.
That's my Alanis Morissette cover band.
Really?
Yep.
That's ironic. Anyway, let's.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
It's a jagged little pill to swallow, I'll admit.
Right.
You know.
So yeah, y'all are wonderful. We'll see you next week. I'll be back Friday. No, I might actually be back tomorrow because we're gonna try to do like an in-character The Devouring on VR chat. I've never done it before, so I might stream that. We'll see. If not, I'll be back on Friday for Misty Shore. You all have a wonderful night. Send Coffee Panda some love, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Wash your fursuits.
I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be